So I recently came across a video that went viral on social media, and I would like to play it for you because I believe this describes the way many people are currently feeling in this country.
Let me push the fucking thing, man! Don't tow it away on me, cost me money! I don't have any money, dude!
Okay.
I'm broke, man! My life sucks!
I understand that.
You're making it worse!
Okay, I understand that, sir. But
No, you don't!
the vehicle is getting towed tonight, okay? So you need
God damn, you all fucking suck!
Okay.
You all fucking suck!
Okay. Are you
Suck!
done with that?
Bad!
I just have to write it.
You suck! You're not nice! You're not cordial! You don't give a fuck about people like.
So, as you saw there in that short little video clip, there was a man seemingly getting his car towed. I'm not sure the reason, but in a fit of rage, it seems he just began teeing off on law enforcement there, and he said a lot of things that resonated with me, and maybe it resonated with you. It obviously resonated with a lot of people because, like I said, this clip went viral. I'm not exactly sure how old this clip is or if it's relatively recent. I like to believe it was recent, but honestly, I really don't know. I have no way to check the source of this or whatever. I'm sure if I did a little bit of digging, I could find out, but it's the video itself that I would like to focus on. You know, it's this perishing of the so-called American dream. You know, a lot of people feel this way, although he said this over his car being towed. But you can liken this to our current economical situation. The fact that we're experiencing all the different qualms that we're currently going through. And the presence of law enforcement in that video and what they're doing to this man is also relevant also. And what I mean by that is, in this system that we have, you know, it's run by a relative few, and those relative few have the vast amount of authority, power, and wealth, and it's very, very concentrated. Once again, in the hands of relatively few people when you compare it to the large majority. And this causes a vast array of problems. There's inequalities everywhere across the board, and the majority of people are forced to suffer on many different ends of all sorts of spectrums. And whenever the majority gets upset, much like this gentleman did here, and they decide to lash out, whether that's not showing up for work or acting out in the streets or doing something else in order to channel their rage, that negative energy that has been brought upon by their oppression, which is what it is. There's an assault on the American working class, and it's been that way for at the very least the past 40 to 50 years. One can go all the way back to the Taft-Hartley Act, you know, when we could say this thing really kicked off. But keeping to what we're discussing here, whenever the vast majority upset at their harsh treatment from those that are in control lash out, they deploy the armed guards that we refer to as law enforcement to put us down. We're seeing it relatively recently, quite literally right now, with the Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe and to scrap the federal protections for the right to an abortion. Now, no matter what you think about women getting or not getting abortions, that doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, with that protection no longer being in place, if a woman that's in states right now are legal, you know, or the more conservative states are making abortion illegal very, very quickly, and more states are set to do it in the future. If a woman that's in a state like the state that I'm in, Alabama, where abortion is banned, decides to have an abortion or something of that effect, it's not going to be Brett Kavanaugh or Amy Coney Barrett showing up at her door, reprimanding her and giving her harsh words for what she's done. No, it's going to be very unfriendly people in uniform with weapons, and you're going to get probably much worse treatment than this gentleman received in this video, with just them taking his car away. And there's also something to be said about the mental state of this gentleman. I mean, he asked for them to let him push the damn thing Don't throw it away. It costs me money. I'm sure that's one thing that many of us can relate to right now. After 2 years of a public health crisis that our government failed to protect us from, we get hit in the midst of all of that with an inflation that's only being exacerbated by actions that they're undertaking, and their only solution is to do things like raise interest rates. They can't seem to figure out anything else, even things that have been tried in this country in the past to combat problems like this. No, none of that. They're a one-trick pony. They can only do one thing. And so now they threaten us with the like of a recession. And a lot of people can relate to that, not having any money, because the way our system is set up, once again, you only get wage increases. Those things are largely fought for, and that's how they're won. The people that raise prices in this country can do it at the drop of a hat. So, of course, if we're experiencing an inflation, the money that you have in your pocket is, of course, devalued as a result of it. And having your car towed away and having to pay for it definitely doesn't help in the process. And he just openly admits his life sucks. The man in that video, just imagine where you have to be at to openly admit to complete strangers that your life sucks. I mean, seriously, that takes, wow, you really have to be at a place where you've just given up. And he says that they're making it worse. He says you all suck. He says you're not nice, you're not cordial. You don't give a fuck about people like me. And that is a sentiment that I'm sure most of us can relate to. It's as if the people that run this country wake up, our quote-unquote leaders. There's nothing leaderly about them. It's as if they wake up and ask themselves the question, how can we fuck over the American people today? And that's something we've been experiencing every day since forever. And it's insane. These people, as I've alluded to, that they deploy to stop us when we act rowdy, when the citizens exercise some kind of unrest. These are the same people that can't stop our children from being gunned down when they're at school by gunmen that are insanely deranged. But they can indeed take your car away and, beat you over the face with a baton because you're upset with the Supreme Court decision and you decide to take to the streets. God only knows how they treat you if you were to take to the streets asking for health care or a wage increase or whatever else. But man, oh man, I just wanted to briefly discuss this video because I thought it was honestly heartbreaking. It's sad, but it is definitely a sentiment that many of us can indeed relate to.